Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Zach Zubich, and welcome to Bite Size Bible Study. This week on Bite Size Bible Study, it's the 29th Sunday of Ordinary Time. That's October 18th. And the Gospel is from, we'll be going over the Gospel, which is from Matthew 22, 15 through 21. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. The Pharisees went off and plotted how they might entrap Jesus in speech. They sent their disciples to him with Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you are a truthful man, and you teach the way of God in accordance to the truth. And you are not concerned with anyone's opinion, for you do not regard anyone's personal status. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it lawful to pay the census tax to Caesar or not?" Knowing their malice, Jesus said to them, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites? Show me the coin that pays the census." They handed him the Roman coin. He said to them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" They replied, "Caesar's." And at that he said to them, "Then repay Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and God what belongs to God." The Gospel of the Lord. Now take that in just for a second. And how does that relate to our everyday life? The first thing that pops into my mind is cancel culture. And we all are seeing cancel culture nowadays. It happens more and more often. Whether it be a TikToker that we follow, or a Twitch streamer that we watch, or a YouTuber that we follow. They were trying to entrap him. They wanted to trick him. They wanted to get him canceled. And by canceled, prosecuted and killed. These Pharisees were living in an echo chamber. They were not open to new ideas. They were not open to new experiences. And so often in life, we live in that ourselves. We live in these echo chambers where we hear things that we agree with, and only things we agree with. That takes away all critical thinking. It takes away all human instinct. Because before, we couldn't, back in the, even just not too long ago, in the early 2000s, before YouTube was out, before Twitter, before Instagram, I think Facebook was already out, but we live in these echo chambers when we only hear things that we want to hear, instead of hearing things that are contrary to our beliefs. But you're thinking, Zach, you're a youth minister at a Catholic church. Yeah, I know. But I'm able to go to talk to other people of other religions and hear what their religion's all about. And they hear what my religion's all about. Just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean your opinion will change. Sometimes it's crazy to see all these people getting canceled. And yes, there are some people that are getting canceled 100% justified. But there's some people that are getting canceled over a tweet they did 10 years ago. And sometimes we have to look into it. I like comedy. I believe comedy is an art. And comedians get in trouble all the time for what they say. Sometimes we need to take a look at intention over what is actually said, into what is being said. And sometimes we read an article and we're like, oh, that person's a piece of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because they said this, but a lot of the time it's taken out of context. But more so, just in your high school life, there's people that are jealous and want to cancel other people. I think the main cause of people getting canceled is jealousy. They're jealous of their fame. They're jealous of their popularity. They're jealous of the person that they're trying to defame or demoralize. Know that you are all loved, wanted, desired by Christ, that Christ has a plan for you. And it's not to spew hate. It's not to spew gossip. It's to lift up one another. We lose sight of that sometimes. If you look at the last VLN from last Sunday, I talked about happiness versus joy. How joy is eternal and happiness is fleeting. We think if we bring down this one person, it'll bring us up. That's not what happens. If someone brings down somebody, doesn't make them any better. It actually makes them worse. Take this week to just think about that. Why break anyone down when you could bring them up? Where you could see, hey, I saw you post this and I don't think it's appropriate, or what were you thinking? Not like what were you thinking, but like, I want to know your mindset behind posting that, and I want to know why you were hurtful to this person, and just have that conversation. We get lost in these echo chambers where we only conversate with people with like-minded things. But we learn so much more from the people that believe in something different. We are able to find that middle ground. We're able to find that compromise of where maybe we don't agree on certain issues, but we agree on the same moral things. Like me and someone who is Jewish, we definitely don't agree that Christ is the Savior. But we could agree on some of the teachings of Christ were very inspirational. Parables. Or we could talk about the Old Testament, how it relates to the New Testament. We could talk about different things. But when someone's stuck in an echo chamber, they're not able to defend what they are trying to fight for. Because you don't hear both sides of the argument. You only know your side. And your side can be taken down because from someone who is able to conversate with both sides. And people that are able to not live in these echo chambers are able to have conversations, are able to have fruitful conversations with someone they may not disagree with. But someone who only lives in an echo chamber will shoot down the other person just because they don't agree with them. Yeah, it's okay to disagree, but it's okay to talk about it too. And it doesn't have to be an argument, a fight, a yelling match. It could be most of the time, it could be a very fruitful thing. So again, this is Bite-Sized Bible Study. Know that you are loved, wanted, desired by Christ. Christ wants a relationship with you. Take this week. Take a picture of something that brings you joy. And share with us on Instagram at SJF Life Team. And we'll be replying and commenting and liking pictures. Check us out on Sundays at 6:15 where we have a VLN, which is a virtual life night. And check us out every Thursday at 6:15 for this Bite-Sized Bible Study. Thank you and God bless.